Some people have gotten into a world of trouble. Some people have lost their lives because they were in the wrong place. You know, he talking about, well, that's my friend. You don't even know their last name. Talking about that's your friend. Huh? Obey, not only place you go, but the people you hang out with. You know, there used to be a time when people come to your house, people want to know who you are, where you from, who your people. What does that mean? Because a lot of times, depending on who your people are, let me know the kind of person you are. You know, and sometimes, and maybe there's some of you who are older who can attest to this, that maybe your mother and father didn't like somebody for no apparent reason or for some reason beyond your own. You didn't know why it was they didn't like him. And particularly if it was a boy you liked, you didn't know like him. But it wasn't until later on that they saw something that you couldn't see. And let young people, and this is maybe something that you're going to do on your children. There is something that's called wisdom that only life gives you. You may say, how did you know? I don't know how I knew, but I just knew it was something about him. Not only that, but things you watch on TV. Let me tell you something. You need to be careful in what you watch on television. That's why, you know, a lot of these folks see stuff on TV and start acting it out. You know, and can I tell you, this is why, you know, particularly, you know, television, I don't know, ain't nothing on TV nowadays but talk shows and reality shows. And some of you mothers don't know what you are putting in the spirits of your children just because you got to watch Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives. You want to see it, and then they there watching right too. But some stuff you don't need to deposit into their spirit. All right, let me move on. I don't want to sound preachy. I'm just talking to you. I listen. But let me tell you something, young people. Listen. I know sometimes you say it, I've said it. Things have changed. It ain't like it used to be when you was my age. You're right. It ain't like it used to be. We didn't have to watch people as hard when we were your age. Well, it's so different. The world is so different. But let me give you this. Not only did he say that, I'm writing the text and I'm closing here. He says, obey your parents because it's right in the Lord. But then the next thing he says, and I want to really deal with this. Honor. Say honor. Honor. Thy father and thy mother. Oh, yes. Now notice it says here, this is the first commandment with promise. That word there literally talks about loading them down. Yes, it talks about respecting them. It talks about bestowing good things upon them. Now let me tell you something. Now notice he says two different things, and I want to tell you, and I want to give you this. He talks about obey your parents. Yes, sir. And then he says honor your parents. And there's a difference. There's a difference. Again, I told you, I don't care if you're 75, if you're still living at home with mama, you need to obey. But if you are of age and you are on your own, doing your own thing, you don't have to obey, but you do have to honor them. That's it. That's it. And all the days of your life, that's it. You ought to honor them. I don't care if their steps might get short. You might think they're in the way. You might think that they're old fogey. But whatever you do, make sure that you honor your parents. It says that thy days might be long. But let me give you this. Because if you look closely at what the passage says, it says honor your parents. It don't say honor perfect parents. No. It don't say honor good Christians or spiritually mature. He didn't say honor those who don't make mistakes. It didn't say honor those who don't let you down. But God clearly says, regardless of their performance or regardless of their dysfunctional behavior, you still should honor them. Because in other words, what I'm saying here, I don't care if your daddy didn't do anything but give you the seed that hooked up with your mama eggs. I don't care if your mama didn't do anything but push you out into this world and ain't ever looked back. You still owe your life to them, because without them, you would not be here. So you got to understand something. He says, listen, he says it takes faith to believe that somehow. And I told you, young people, that parents were not born with a how-to book. Most of the stuff we do is by trial and error. And any parent who would be transparent will say, we've messed up a whole lot of time. We've been wrong a whole lot of time. But you got to understand something, that we honor them because faith tells us that somehow God can use imperfect people like our parents to shape us into the type of individual that He wants us to be. God used your mother and father to get you here, to shape you. Every good thing that has happened, every bad thing, every disappointing thing that has ever happened will help to make you the person, the man, the woman that you will be one day. And God says, honor them. And I understand something. Listen, that when we honor imperfect parents, it drives us on our knees and depend on God more. Because what happens is sometimes, particularly based on the relationship that you have with your parents, sometimes there's a lot of pain there. Sometimes there's a lot of disappointment there. Sometimes there's rage because you have been let down. Do you not understand, parents? And we have to understand that many times the delinquency of children is just a cry for their mother and father. That's it. But he says here, listen, that pain drives us on our knees, and it causes God to come and help you and aid you to, regardless of the parent that you have had, regardless of what they did or did not do. The Bible says, if you honor your father and your mother, your days, it will be well with you. And your days will be long upon the face of the earth. And he's not really just talking about longevity, but he's talking about the quality of life. Because it don't matter how long you live, but what you ought to think about is how well you live. And the kind of life that you receive. I want every young person to stand. Come on, give God a hand for this.